In this video, I'm gonna talk about 7 things you need to quit right away or as soon as possible, ASAP, as in now, today. What are they? Let's go. Number 1 on the list is overthinking. Oh my god, this is such a common problem nowadays with millennials and even the Z generation. Overthinking is the biggest cause of unhappiness because we worry about things that has not existed yet or does not exist. It only delays the decision-making process that we have. It creates uncertainty and doubt, and it causes mental illness. Yes, it's true. Instead of worrying, start working on your goals. I have an episode wherein I talk about just overthinking in general. So find it in one of my videos here in my YouTube channel. So that's number 1. Number 2, comparing yourself to others is something you need to stop right away. The only time you need to compare yourself to others is to see if their plate is not full. Other than that, there's no need to compare yourselves to others, especially if you're trying to advance in life or you have a business that you're trying to grow. The only time you do that is not really. You don't have to compare yourself. Comparing yourself to others will only lower your self-esteem. Don't compare yourself to others because, let's face it, we're all born differently. We're all born in different demographics, locations, anywhere in the world. We call it it's like a lottery. Imagine this. If you were born in a specific country, you were born out of luck. You may be born in Nigeria. You may be born in Japan. You may be a person that's born in Europe, in the USA. And me, I was born in the Philippines, third world country, wherein a lot of people are in poverty. And it's not your fault that you were born in poverty or in a country wherein it's not a first world country. But what you do about it during your life is your problem. We all have different qualities. You know, we have all good qualities, we have bad qualities. So we all have a different story to tell. That's what I'm saying. The only thing you need to compare yourself to should be a past version of yourself. Not how do you compare your version of yourself now to your future self. Well, the future self is the one you want to model yourself. You want to look at yourself in the future and say to yourself, am I going to be proud of myself if I become this person? And then you look back to yourself, their old self, like, am I better than that old person that I was 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 6 months ago? If you were, congratulations, you're growing. Number 3, people pleasing. You need to stop pleasing people or trying to please everyone. It's a habit that mentally strong people actually have. They don't please people. The only person that you need to please is yourself. Not even your partner, not even your spouse, not even your family and your friends. You don't have to please anyone but yourself. Pleasing will just set you up for more unhappiness. No matter how much you try, you'll never be able to please everyone. And that's a fact. And I've learned that the hard way. Instead, what you should focus on is, number 1, what are you passionate about? Number 2, your own happiness. Number 3, your mental health. Those 3 are the most important things you need to please. Don't waste your time and energy in trying to please everyone because it will not do you any good. That's number 3. Yes, that's true. And that's why leaders make the most unpopular decisions, not because, they want to be hated, but because it's best for their group or for their society or for their team. It may not be the best decision for one person, but for majority or for the company, it is. That's the job of a leader, to make the most unpopular decisions, but to make the right business decisions. It's the same thing with the father who makes a decision in the family. It's a guided decision that's based off intuition and him talking to his partner as well. Number 4, having high expectations from others is something that we need to stop. Expectancy or expecting something in return for doing something will just make you feel bad in general. If you expect someone to give you a gift on your birthday and no one gives you a gift on your birthday, it's gonna set you up for sadness or disappointment, to say the least. If you expect your friend, your best friend, to be loyal to you for the rest of your life, then you're mistaken if that person becomes disloyal to you. Same with a partner. Expecting people to do things based out of their behavior, which can be erratic, will just lead you to more frustration. You can't control other people. You can't control what they say or do. The only thing you can control is how you treat them. And with that, that's how they will react to you. If you treat a person kind, they will treat you with kindness. Hopefully they will. If you treat a person bad, then most likely they will treat you bad. But I was brought up in a world wherein treat every person with respect because that's how you were taught, not because that's how you were treated. Does that make sense? If it makes sense, comment in the comment section down below. Don't expect anything from anyone. I don't like expecting anything from anyone. Be your own supporter and stop expecting that someone will come and save you. No one's coming to save you. I guarantee you that. It's just you. Because when you die alone. You don't die in a group. You're dying 6 feet under, you're gonna get cremated, whatever you want, but you're never going to be mixed in with someone else. Why do you need to expect anything from someone else? That's it. And by the way, if you're enjoying this video that you're watching right now, subscribe to the channel will be nice. Okay, let's go to number 5. And this is something you need to stop, which is stop doubting yourself. This is the worst thing you can ever do to yourself. Doubt yourself. You doubt your abilities, you doubt your skills, you doubt your decisions, you doubt so many things. Kill your self-doubt before it eventually kills you. How do you kill self-doubt? Number 1, practice self-compassion. Be nice to yourself. Be kind to yourself. Don't be too hard or harsh on yourself. Number 2, remind yourself of all your accomplishments. I said remind yourself. You don't have to remind people of your accomplishments. No one needs to know all your accomplishments, but you do. And that's the only important thing. Stop comparing yourself with others would be the third one. Comparing yourself, just like the other parts of this video that I've told, it's not a good thing for you. It just creates more doubt for you. And number 4, to kill your self-doubt, have a higher quality of circle of friends. Improve your circle of friends. I mean, you can't choose your family, but you can improve the people you surround yourself with. You can limit the amount of time you spend with that family member that doesn't bring you peace of mind or value in return, but you can choose who you want to hang out with. That's number 5. Number 6, and this is what a lot of older people do at the end of their life. You know, I like talking to people who are in their 70s or 80s, some even their 90s, because they have so many stories to tell. But most of them, especially when they're not successful or they felt like they were not successful, is that they dwell a lot on the past. Dwelling a lot on the past is something you need to stop doing. So your past doesn't make you who you are in the future. If you're a failure in the past, you're a horrible person. If you believe in yourself that's not who you are now, that you've learned from it, then show it. It will show. Like how people know you from the past is not a direct correlation of who you are now or who you want to be in the future if you want to be a better person. Dwelling in the past will only waste your time, lead to regrets, and it will demotivate you at the same time. So those 3 things. Instead, focus on the present and upcoming time and try to make the most out of it. When people ask, how do you stop overthinking? And the easiest answer would be, live in the present. Because if you did your best during the present, what do you need to worry about tomorrow? If you studied well for an exam today, why should you worry about the results of your exam the following day? If you knew you put in the work right now. People who worry more about the future are people who didn't do anything on their present time. So what you do now matters for your future and for your peace of mind. Stop dwelling in the past. I mean, the easiest premise would be just do your best. It sounds so cliche and, you know, sounds so common, do your best. But really, that's all there is to it. If you do your best now, then you can expect good results tomorrow. If you do a half-assed job today, you'll get a half-assed result tomorrow. The results of what you do tomorrow is based out of what you do now. There's no need to worry about tomorrow if you're doing your best at this moment right on. I mean, I'm doing this video now, but I don't need to worry about tomorrow or what people would say about it because I know for a fact that it's me putting out my best effort. Whatever it's on my mind, I make sure to put it out there. We have second takes, third takes because I mix up words. Because English is not my primary language, Tagalog is. But the reason why I'm able to do this is because, you know, I'm okay to make mistakes and there's nothing wrong to make mistakes. I'm fine with that. I mean, if you see my older videos, they're horrible. You know, they're not as great as it is now. And I know in 2-3 years time, maybe if I'm still doing videos, that my videos from there would be a lot much better than it was right now. And for me, that's okay. I mean, people would judge you from your past. It doesn't matter. And for me, I don't care. And you shouldn't care about people judging you from your past if you're doing something different from your present. Well, you should be worried about your past if your present is still the same as your past. Last one, it's sort of related to the 6, which is worrying about the future. I think that's part of overthinking, but I'll put this on number 7, which is people who worry about the past. Stop worrying too much about the future. We don't know what happens in the future. Like, I could be talking to you about this, and tomorrow I don't have my tongue anymore and I can't speak. I go, so I just write. I can honestly say, like, I can talk like this for as many years as I can, as long as I can talk. But if I can't talk, I'll write. I have someone else talk for me. If I can, I'll do it. I don't worry about the future. Why? Because worrying about the future is the same as dwelling in the past. That's why I always say live in the present. You don't worry because the future is so unpredictable. If you can predict the future, by all means, go ahead. There's no time machine wherein Doc and Marty will be there and they will talk about 2015 from 1985. Is it 1985? Somewhere there in the mid-80s. There's no time machine. If there is, wow, that'd be amazing, right? But the thing is, you have no control over the future, but you can control what happens exactly right now in this moment. How you spend time. What do you do with your time? Things that you do with your time. Think about the future just leads to so much stress. I had a conversation with a friend who worried too much if he'll get the loan that he wanted. And I said, if you did your best with applying with the loan that you wanted, then you will get approved with it. Stop worrying about if you get approved or not. I mean, what's the worst that could happen if you don't get approved? You'll get another loan from someone else. If there's a will, there's always a way. I have a thinking. If I have a problem and I can solve it, if I can solve it, then I don't have to worry about it. If I have a problem and the thing is, can I not solve it or I can't solve it? If there's nothing I can do, then why am I worried? There's nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about, because if you can do something about it, then there's nothing to worry about. Plain and simple. I've had that thinking for a very, very long time. I think that's one of the influence of my dad. That's why my dad didn't have so much problems when he was still alive. It's because he always thought about it on a trail of thought that way. If he has a problem and he can solve it, he will solve it. If he has a problem and can't solve it, then let it be. Why worry too much about a problem that you cannot solve? You're just gonna make yourself more miserable. Just remember, the best way to predict your future is by creating it. So that's all I have for you today. If you found value in today's episode, make sure to subscribe to this channel or comment in the comment section down below. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.